Hello, guys. Welcome to Talent League Season 7, Playday 2. And I mean, in today's game, we have got Guardian Academy versus YoD Esports. I could probably say that a bit better. I am Pyro, and this is my fellow caster Fragger for his first cast ever in Talent League. Welcome, welcome.
Pleasure to be here.
I mean,
First time casting talent.
I mean, hopefully it'll be a good cast, mate. Good cast to start you off, and I mean, it's gonna be a good match today. I mean, it's Guardians Alpha's first game today, and I mean, we've already seen YoD Esports play this season. They
Yeah.
lost, so I'm hoping for them to sort of bounce back, get at least either 1 or maybe even 3 points to sort of push them back up. Because I mean, it is only play day 2. There's still a lot more games to go in this season,
I mean,
but
yeah,
as
I
you
mean,
know,
start of the season, you can make mistakes. You can
yeah,
afford to drop a game or two at the start of the season. Obviously, when it does come down to the end of the season, you may not, be in the most comfortable standings. But dropping games at the start of the season, you still have time to sort it out. You still have time to work it out. So you'd rather lose this game than a game at the end where it could really mean a lot for the standings.
I know, especially as the bottom 4 get eliminated from the entire major, and you'd have to go through the entirety of qualifications again. And I mean, especially for major, for minor, you are pushing towards a major league spot next season, and I think that is the goal for both of these teams for the end of the season at least. But I mean, we have got Villa today, Fragger, and I love Villa as a map. I love it as a caster, and I love it as a player. It's what I would call one of the most. It's one of, if not the most strategic map in the comp pool. At least pre-patch. I'm not sure about these new maps. They haven't been played enough in the comp scene to sort of have that sort of trend left. That sort of trend yet.
I mean, yeah, I mean, when it comes down to how you play a map, I feel like all comp maps currently in rotation are quite strategic. I mean, you can really take a map and adapt it to where you want to play. I mean, we're seeing, within the meta currently of LMGs and nades, a lot of maps are very gunfight heavy, on the entries. But with Villa, you do see, you know, a very dense amount of vertical play, and there's also a lot of opportunities just to just take the map by storm and really work a consistent push because the amount of space you have. It's almost like there's three maps in one when you play Villa.
Yeah, I mean, there's always multiple ways to play Villa. We do see the more default strats, which I think we will see today, pushing more of a horizontal push from the other side of the map, as you will come to see. But sometimes teams can surprise us. I mean, I'm hoping we're gonna get some surprises today, some aces in the hole, some sort of off strats here.
I mean, yeah, obviously, no one's going to deny the fact that the nade play for Villa is also amazing. I mean, horizontal takes are often what
Oh
you
yeah.
see, coming through. In terms of when you take Aviator, you probably just 9 out of 10 will push from master side, and take the 90, take from push there, then push revolt, and then cover all the crosses, cut them off. But again, you will see sometimes nade play coming through with Villa just being so strong with a lot of the bomb sites. They're completely exposed to the software from below. So there is massive potential for also vertical play on Villa. So you won't just see horizontal takes, but it is expected to come through as a standard main take.
I mean, I think if you were going for more of a horizontal take, say if we're going to Aviator, you want to get the 90, the vault wall open. You will grenade from below, and with that spare grenade, I mean, I think one of the spots you would go is behind bar, so that would be towards where main stairs is. You can get a nice free grenade kill there, or towards where the map area is in Aviator. I
Okay.
mean, I agree with what you're saying about this can be. You do see some vertical play with the grenades, but yeah, it's going to be a lot of horizontal play.
I mean, also we have the community vote and the staff vote as well for this game. Uh, you know, coming through. Both of these teams very little data, so I would expect it to be quite close in this community and staff vote. Obviously, Guardians Alpha just taking the vote just by a small margin, but it is expected to still be a very close game.
Yeah, it's 63% for Guardians and 37 for YoD. I mean, it is more one-sided for Guardians, as we saw. 0% for a draw at the moment. I mean, it's gonna be interesting. I kind of like the way that the community have got towards Guardians here. They think they're gonna win, and I mean, it could happen, but YoD can always have an upset. We always do see upsets in Talent League. So I mean, we'll
Yeah,
see
so
what happens.
Banfei's coming through here. Obviously, I would expect to see the defaults going through. Obviously, mainly, you're looking towards the Thatcher, the
Yeah.
Hibana, Flores, also quite impactful. First man going to come through. We'll see Thatcher off the board. That's always expected when you look at, how Compy, he has the highest presence, but almost on the lowest play rates, just because of how strong he is and how, he's almost the easiest, route one just to getting any utility off the map that you need. When you have a Thatcher on board, then you can just take a lot of shortcuts. So that's expected ban. I mean, second ban going to come through here. We will see the Flores taking a seat here. And we play this game as expected. Flores, the drones, they can be a nightmare to deal with if you're just defending. Looking to just hold a shield and then bang, and Flores comes in, that shield's now gone. No need, no burn, just a Flores. But he will take a back seat for this game, so shields are safe. Next bang going to come through. We will see the Cade as well. Cade, again, pretty default. Thatcher off the board, Flores off the board. Maverick can be a very big pain on Villa, especially with that soft floor. So, it makes it a lot easier when you have to deal with a bandit or a mute in terms of getting these walls. And the final bang going to come through here. We will see Ramai off the board. So, Nate play going to be limited to just a Jaeger for these ADS now. But still, ADSs knows how to discredit them. But still, Nate play going to be firmly unlocked for this game.
So yeah, I mean, with that, with my ban, it does force that Jaeger to be played. Most of the time, if you're going for that trophy hold, especially with shields, you do want to bin that Jaeger. But I mean, looking at this defense going for kitchen dining. Kitchen dining first, man. I would have expected more of a top floor hold.
See, I don't think that's really that off the cusp. I mean,
It's not off, but it's
most sites now in the game of Villa, they are firmly, implanted in their statistics and in their strats. And I feel like bottom floor is always a site that every single team should have in their back pocket and be able just to pull out and play. Obviously, it's very often not the first choice. As we see here, you're taking it first. I mean, I like the castle pick, the bandit obviously, and the mute coming on board. So they want to have a clear denial here. Mute might be more drone focused, but it's very interesting to see. There's also Warden being played. Obviously, my view is obviously Warden and Ying have both seen major buffs because it's attacker repick coming out for every single attacker. You bring a Warden just to deny that ability of playing the Ying and stop the specific pick. But again, if you don't see a Warden, Ying is always open.
I mean, it's always up to that droning, because I think teams would rather send one drone into sacrifice and the rest of them will set up towards where they're going to enter. So that Warden is almost a gamble pick, I think.
I mean, we are seeing...
You are betting on that Ying, aren't you?
I mean, yeah, I want to see Ying play every now and then. I mean, Ying is always exciting, but we are going to see a living room hold and a more middle floor hold orientated coming here from YoD. Obviously, Castle still upstairs here as well as with Malusi, but the living room will be held. So, we're looking at the attack here. They're probably have to just take this top floor and play this vertical. They are all kind of repelling out towards this master bedroom balcony. Ace can be getting the window there, and we will see drones come out. Obviously, they're looking just to enter here. Ace is going to go as well. I don't believe it's muted actually, so the wall will be breached early there. Breach already open. Pressure coming in here onto these defenders inside of this statue and trophy hold, and they seem to have scattered.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see some gunfights coming in soon. They need to sort of push in here, Guardians. Get map control for top vertical. You want to try and get it with 1 minute 30 left in the round, so you can start sort of open up the floor. I mean, they have got that sledge, which would be a massive vertical play here. Yana's already in. So, I mean, the castle has also dropped, so there is only the Malusi here playing top floor, and it's not a strong top floor presence here, Fraga.
No, I mean, based on the utility dump, I wouldn't have assumed they would do. Obviously, all that utility going towards, this living room side. Obviously, they have the rotator and the bulletproof, and they've only really sacrificed one castle barricade as well towards this top floor. So I wouldn't be expecting that they would be holding this for much longer. Obviously, they don't really have the manpower too. But this is top floor fully now in control. Other than Malusi playing towards these red stairs in the hands of Guardians Upper. Obviously, a minute 18 left to do this vertical, but they have to still worry about this living room presence if they want to push this site, as there are many crossfires to worry about.
I mean, I'm looking for this Malusi to pull off a flank. He's waiting patiently on red stairs, waiting for the calls from his teammates to come out. Nitro may hit here. No damage coming out from that Nitro here, and the Malusi does rotate back round from red. Maybe going towards a main push here, going to flank from long to 90, and looking to cut off anyone pushing down red here. They are still doing vertical here. I mean, they can't find any sort of picks here with 45 seconds left to go for it.
We're seeing amazing discipline from YoD just to not peek onto these vertical angles, but we will see Itchy here taking early control of laundry. He's looking to find someone here on Tetris. Obviously, these footholds can obviously become a nightmare, but we will see first pick coming through there from El Capo onto the vertical and sledge, but traded back immediately by Nana. Direct trade. Going back and forth. Hero's taking a lot of shots there from Ayana on those back Astro stairs.
Yeah, I mean, he's already down to at least a one-shot here, so, I mean, it's all coming down to these 15 seconds left here. We'll see how he attacks him. Gerb gets a kill onto Itchy there. There's already a SMG gone. It's all popping up here. Nine onto Equilibrium. So 9 seconds left. Plant's going down. Black is taking some damage here. They're all on low health here for the side of YoD. Gertz gets a kill onto Burb. It's all done. Post-plant situation. 3 versus 1. 9 going to kill Black Lemon. Hero comes on the backside here. It's all up to Hero with his one-shot damage. He's pushing them around. He's trying to watch his vertical play, but there is one on the vertical. It's the Yana versus the Melusi of low health. Does he know where there is? There is so much vertical play on this post-plant situation here. He either needs to go for the above flank or go for the defuse. He's going for the defuse here, but there is an angle here, and Anti-Pair will get the kill onto Hero. A beautiful situational awareness there from the Yana, just to go back upstairs, control the situation, and secure the easy post-plant there.
I feel like the main issue we saw there from YoD's defense is they just, the vertical happened. Obviously, they did lose that top floor control very early, and they didn't really, they didn't really have to worry about living when it came down. They just went for a long rescue there. And so, they completely bypassed that half of the map that, YoD clearly wanted to hold and, make them push for, but obviously, it didn't really come to fruition. We did see that Hero maybe quicker getting back into site could have assisted a bit more. Obviously, good attempt to retake. Obviously, he does find 2 picks on the re-entry to site, but, maybe it's a bit fast. He could have maybe helped to deny that plant. And maybe, YoD, we could have seen them take that first round. Obviously, vertical was really powerful as well. A major factor in them in that round. Obviously, when you have a minute and 18 to make vertical left, and you're looking to commit on site, it's a dream for a Sledge. You can do all the things that you want. Obviously, Sledge was the first pick in the round, but even still, a lot of the damage is done there with all the vertical being created. We will see a Fawn, come out this round as well. Fawn, fairly interesting. You rarely do see. Obviously, she has played a little bit inside of comp. Obviously, I kind of see her as more of a filler up. Just an operator. When you need space to fill, you just bring the Fawn.
I mean, there's 3 shields though, Fragger here. We've got the Echo, the Thorn, and the Smoke with these shields. So I think, they'll probably put one top main, one towards that vault door by the vault entrance there, and the last one towards trophy side. But 3 shields is a bit too much for the side of YoD here, and I think maybe that Thorn could have swapped out for barbed wire here, Fragger.
I'm seeing this key issue. The Jaeger playing a bulletproof, and obviously the Fawn is, playing the shield. So they have no barbed on the side of YoD, as you just highlighted. So, look at this. Holding main stairs without barbed is almost a death sentence. Trying to just walk up here on these main stairs is going to be so easy for these attackers. They just power it as, 2 or 3 of them. Again, there's also no shield here, so they're really kind of forfeiting top main here, YoD, with this. It's a very interesting attack, but, drones will come through, and they are looking for this master side anyway. Doesn't look like we will see too much pressure with top main. One player is below, though, from the side of YoD, maybe looking for a late flank here. We'll spot one Echo cam out. I wonder if that's spotted. That's another Echo cam loss. That's very unfortunate there for YoD. Already losing on that power play utility points. The entry's coming through here. No real, resistance here from the side of YoD. They will just take through into statue and trophy. Misty 4 comes out as well. Obviously now pre-utility bear on the side of YoD. Obviously all shields placed, and the nitro being used. They have nothing in pocket to deny any form of plant here, other than the free smoke canister. So if they were to take the site, then it could spell disaster.
They have the weird thing about the Guardians is they've got no nomads. They need to watch for these flanks. We saw one of the players from YoD being in bottom floor here, being in basement. So they need to set up flank cams on red, and also on this back hallway you see here where the Thorn is currently playing around. I think YoD could get a very late flank here.
The flank can always come through, but the risk is now you've isolated a 3v5 on site, and if Guardians see this, they can really take this to their advantage. Obviously, Bolt is just being opened now by Habana. Mute Gemma there's going to slow down the process. They have 3 nades in pocket, so it shouldn't be that much of an issue when it comes down to getting rid of that Mute Gemma. But 2 players from below, if they do not, start speeding up a little bit here, they could be in a 3v5 on site. See, wall being breached there very early. Bolt open now. A minute to go. Guardians have got a lot of time to execute here. One player out here towards Study Balcony. Still going to see a split execute here from, Skull Door and Study. All these players of YoD have been pinched inside the site. Jaeger's off site. We have literally 2 players from YoD now inside the site. Jaeger, they're going to get an aggressive challenge there. Almost hits the shots onto Ayana there on the Study Balk.
I mean, it's 30 seconds left. Guardians have got so much control here. Beautiful shot coming out from that Jaeger. That is the Iana already down, and it's already into a 4 versus 5 situation, but the Smoke and Mute are both quite low. They are going to go for a post, they are going to go for a plant situation here, but those smoke canisters are doing a lot of damage to the side of Guardians here. They're just wasting time. They need to push in here. What's going to happen? No damage to come in. They're going in for a plant here. 8 seconds left. The Smoke is taking a lot of damage onto that ace. Genis is getting a kill onto Burp. Post plant's already down here. 9 gets a kill onto Copper. 3 versus 3 now. Hero gets a flank onto there. 9 gets another kill. There's a 3 versus 1 now. Guardians are looking to take this round. Hero's literally on 1 HP here. What is he going to do? The crossfires are set up, and that is it. Guardians Alpha takes down YoD Esports for a 2-0 lead on attack.
Well, I mean, exactly what I said would kind of happen. I mean, we see them, you know, Guardians isolate that 3v5 on the side of the site, and once you realize that, even though they did get the first point to Ayana, once you know that, you know, where your defenders are located and what you can do to isolate them, I mean, essentially, even though the man count says it's a 4v5, it's effectively a 3v4 inside of the site in favor of the attackers. I mean, they push, they isolate what they want. I mean, we see Gemis on Skuldor pick up 2 beautiful kills there, and, you know, it really does swing in the favor of Guardians Alpha. As soon as that and canisters are, you know, they're done with and they're through, then, you know, it's all in the favor of the attack. You know, the defense have to sit there and wait. I mean, El Capo and I believe his Hero down below, you know, you cannot afford to spend that much time. I mean, you literally have given them a 3v5 on the side of the start there. You know, it's just...
I was getting very worried with the use of those smokes there. I mean, the smokes were always cutting off sight. You're giving it down to 7 seconds left. I think if Smoke had one more canister there, saved it for maybe 2-3 seconds later, that could have downed the ace on that plant. He did take a lot of damage from those smoke canisters.
Well, I mean, one thing that a lot of players don't know, it's actually surprising that obviously when you have that nanobot boost from Finger in your system, smokes actually do so much more damage.
Yeah.
So, you know, when going for that plant, I was very confused as to why Guardians actually in fact chose the Finger boost there. I mean, we almost saw it being catastrophic for them, because if that smoke was actually better placed and better on, we would have seen, you know, the plant be a failure. And, you know, that's almost undoubtedly a YoD round there. I mean, what happens? Genesis to step in and retake the diffusion plant with no cover from Skuldor. You know, it's going to be around for YoD. But instead, you know, we see the smoke, you know, luckily fade for Kazawa, because if not, that round goes to YoD. You know, the Finker boost almost, you know, played against Guardians there.
That's the risk when playing Finker, though. I mean, you're trying to get more health onto your teammates. Maybe in the comms, your teammates were asking as they were pushing onto the other side, onto bar side. They were asking for that Finker boost as they were low health, and not realizing that would affect the plant that much. I mean, luckily it went in the favor of Guardians, as you said. But, I mean, it could have been a lot worse. Just talking about this round, though, we do see the Echo again. Maybe the Echoes will try to be better placed this time. I mean, it was a bit unfortunate he got took out quite early. But that Echo could have saved him last round, so I think he's going to place him more around towards site side here.
Yeah, when you're throwing an Echo drone out towards, you know, Astro side and no defender, no one from your team is even trying to play towards trophy statue or any of the sort, then, you know, it's a bit of a questionable decision in my eyes. I mean, I don't know about that. I mean, it's obviously really risky, but we will see the same take coming through here from Guardians Alpha. They seem to be set in the way they want to push this, and, you know, still no resistance here from YoD. I would have thought they would have maybe got a bit aggressive here and maybe tried to, like, halt this progression, but no, they're just going to give the ground to Guardians, and they're just going to step up here. I mean, look, they're almost at Skuldor already. They have full trophy statue control. See if we're going to come through again from Hero. You know, going to do almost the same damage as the last time to the same player, in fact, Ayana. But, you know, Jones going to come through here. Fawn firmly spotted. She's going to be challenged here. But one player will be sitting on Skuldor. It's doing a lot of damage there, but traded immediately straight back onto Fawn.
I mean, the only difference with that gunfight was Thorn is now at permanently low health, whereas the Finker can boost back all the way up to near full health here. So, a very disadvantageous gunfight here for the side of YoD. I would have preferred him to try and get the kill there, but obviously with the amount of map control that Guardians Alpha has, it is a lot tougher. The first kill coming out here for the side of Itchy onto Hero. Itchy getting a double kill down to Equilibrium, but Black getting a retrade back onto Gemis. It's now a 4 versus 3. 2 players from the side of YoD are already on one-shot damage here. It's looking very, very dire for the side of Guardians here. Pushing down to 90. They have got 90 control now, so the player can push in. They're going to get the huge jammer off of that 90 wall here to open up the sight lines and prevent any sort of people from rotating here. Another kill. Burb getting a beautiful kill onto K4 there. Beautiful headshot. Levels up the man count here, but the health advantage is still on the side of Guardians. Make that a 2 versus 3 now. Blurb getting another kill onto Nyon. Make that a 2 versus 3 here. The player still hasn't gone into library here. He knows the player's there. The yellow pin coming out on the side of Burb here. He knows where both the players are. He knows one's top red. Black Lennon getting a kill on Antipet. It's now 1 versus 3. Make that 3 versus 0. And a round for the defensive side for YoD Esports there. A beautiful closeout for the round there.
I mean, looking at that round from a perspective as we see there, I mean that round really does come down to Burb. Burb playing amazingly there on that skull door, stopping and halting any progression from Guardians. And obviously, we did see Guardians with the same take and they took the same ground. Obviously, no actual early, attempts to regress them from YoD. But, once it came down to that point, YoD obviously had the advantage of the knowing where Guardians wanted to execute from. All you have to do is you have to hold that study back, you have to hold that skull door. That's what they wanted to do. Obviously, Vault open as well means that the angles you can hold were reduced. But even still, sitting there with a shotgun, sitting there with SMG11, just swinging your heart out when you know the attackers are going to be, where you expect them because they did the same push last time is a massive advantage.
Just bob and weave around that door, swing out, get a kill with that SMG and just push back in. That's all you have to do, isn't it, Fagan?
I mean, yeah, as a former SMG11 player, it can be limitations with the bullets, but once you really get it down, the fire rate is amazing and the headshot potential on that gun is, unmatched.
Only really the bullet limit on that gun. I mean, it's 16, if I remember. Yeah. So
I mean, 17 with one in the chamber.
Yeah, you have to hit your shots with that gun. So that is the only real downside here. But I mean, YoD Esports here, going back to I think the best site. I do like Trophy. I do like Trophy Statuary here as a site. There are certain strats you can do with that triple wall. If you open up the double, if you reinforce the 2 double side, open up the left side with head holes, open up into closet with head holes as well, and play a shield. With that SMG or any sort of long range gun, you can immediately see anyone jumping into closet there.
I mean, what I kind of like about Trophy, I mean, not specifically here, but, Trophy is so, open to strategy. You see it constantly changing in the meta as to, what's always been the best. I mean, Avia, you kind of see the same thing, hold top main, hold towards top red, stop the push from the point. But with Trophy, we're seeing constantly just, it evolves so much as a site, which is why I feel like a lot of teams actually favour it almost above Avia now in terms of Villa. Obviously, we will see Guardians here looking to entry onto this bottom floor. Obviously, nades firmly in pocket. We see 6 here. For Guardians, so you all need to watch their socks right now, because these nades, they're becoming like hot pockets through the floor.
I mean, as you said in pre-game, nades are such a massive advantage for this side of attackers, especially on this site. There is a lot. I think most of the site is destructible, especially on the side of the Trophy. Yeah, exactly. All of it is. Ooh, Hero taking a lot of damage here. He's still got a re-peek at mid-height. Coppo's taking a lot of damage as well. Ace is already down. Equilibrium getting a kill onto K4. I mean, look at the side of the defensive side here. 50, 25, and 5 HP on the side of the defenders. They need to get back for that Yana station here. There is a Think on the side of attackers, so Thinker can start rejuvenating the health of the attacker side. But if you get trapped on the defensive side here, you are at serious disadvantage.
I mean, I feel like a key thing to highlight here is, what's the first bit coming through? And another good shot from Burb there onto Yana, really interrupting me. And Black Lens will take one onto Gemis as well. Sledge and Diana are both going to fall in the space of 10 seconds. But back onto my original point, a massive thing we're seeing here is the Ace being pit first. That shot hard breach gone, obviously, Havana's still in play. But, you really want that hard breach. Nice shot there from Nine, though, through that. Through the shelving unit there onto El Capo, playing mute. I mean, the job's almost done for the YoD anyway. I mean, 4v2 here, very hard for Itchy and Nine to make any impact here. Obviously, they will spot one out there, I believe, inside of Master. Gonna choose the drone here. Almost getting a freebie onto Equilibrium. Even lucky, but Neon from below with that nade, as I said, hot pockets. Almost a nightmare.
I think the only place you are safe is walking. I mean, it's all indestructible here. So I think the smoke player playing with that castle strat. I didn't even see that castle strat actually there. Castle in closet is such a big play. It's such a big brain strat. If you just play, there's one person in the as we just get the kill there for Burb onto 9. That's diffuser down. You can literally just sit in closet right now. All you have to do is wait for Itchy to push out. He's just going to stay on balcony here with 15 seconds left. start getting the team to sort of chat around. I think he's going to use this as a timeout here. He's pushing in. He's getting shot at already, and he is down. A beautiful kill there from Black onto Itchy, and a round on the defensive side, and a pretty solid round, may I add.
Well, I mean, I feel like that round clearly does come down there to the early aggression we see from, you know, Thunderbird down below, sorry. You know, getting the first pick really early on, especially onto Ace. You know, Ace, you know, your primary hard breach is not who you want to be losing as first pick. I mean, I have no idea where Ace died from. I don't know if he was entering. I mean, very questionable decision. But,
Maybe it's
you know, that first pick really means a lot when it comes down to the whole entire schemes of things. I mean, look, we see, you know, key point of that. Also, YoD, they took the aggression to Guardians. They didn't just let them walk. They took the aggression. You know, they play for that bottom floor contest. They didn't just let them walk in. I mean, we see YoD every other round now. They've let them just take the ground they wanted. Whereas that round we saw YoD contest. We saw YoD, you know, pop a fight. We saw YoD not give in and not let them take that ground. And what do we see? We take YoD take the round. You know, 4v2 within the space of almost a minute and a half. It's very good play from YoD there. You know, to have that. And also, you know, the refrags were also poor from Guardians. None really came through. I mean, what was it? We see Ayana making an attempt, but gets shot through the hatch.
I think a lot of them were very low from gunfights. So, I mean, we saw those 3 quick succession gunfights, and eventually the kill onto Yana. As you were saying.
And yeah, you have the argument, but again, it's still close with no cigar. You know, like you can't say almost a kill because almost a kill was not a kill. You know, like that player still has the potential to come back in the round at 1 health and, you know, pull off a 1v4 clutch. Doesn't matter what your health is. If you're still alive on the board, you still, you know, it's still playing. You know, it's not.
With Hero.
Yeah, I mean, Hero, you know,
it was close.
Did his bit. Did his bit, especially that round.
Yeah, definitely that first round on this side, where he took that the retake and got, I think it was from a 1 versus 3 to a 1 versus 1 and died from vertical. So it can happen. I think for the side of Guardians here, YoD have definitely started to pop off. Burb is definitely gained his confidence. He's 6-2 at the moment. He's definitely popped off here, got more aggressive, as you were saying, and YoD are benefiting from it. I think they need to keep this momentum going. They need to start. If they keep this momentum going, they will definitely win a lot more rounds. Go 4-2. We're looking for a 4-2 here for the side of YoD. Have that extra stability when going into that attacking side.
I mean, it's always nice to have a 4-2 in your back on there, especially with the previous, you know, history of this map being super defender sided. Obviously, not so much this season in terms of, I believe, EUL, but, you know, in terms of everything else, the Villa has always been that defender side of the map. It's almost like a fortress to try and siege these attackers. But we will see Hero very lucky there to escape that one there from Antiva, but punish. Oh, wait, straight away, Ace being first again. Yeah, Ace, Hero looking to challenge here even more, so you can almost find a second, but Neon's just better in that situation. 1 health though. Obviously, Finker on the board isn't going to be that much of an impact, but better there from YoD. They didn't just back down there, they held and they got some bang for their buck. And, you know, minute 42, obviously top floor, now in control of Guardians if they choose to take. Obviously, the drones are going to pretty come through and they're going to, you know, take a bit longer because, you know, you don't just rush into this, but you know, that's better from YoD. They don't just, you know, lose a pick and they, you know, fall off. They, you know, they got the ace. You know, an ace, again, if you do want to push this, you know, memo side or towards punch shot late round, it can, or even, sorry, laundry. Any side, actually, really, ace is always a massive help.
Any wall, really. I mean,
yeah.
Is that 3 rounds in a row the aces died first? I mean, it's such a massive loss for Guardians. And I mean, you were saying they did stay up there, and I was going to say they didn't take any sort of damage and put the Guardians onto low health. Burb with a beautiful shotgun kill onto Nyon there. And Burb is just popping off this game. He's just here and there and everywhere. I mean, he sat on laundry. He could get a kill onto Itchy here. He is pressure from the hatch. If Itchy doesn't drone out, if they do not know where Burb is, he's gonna die. That's diffuser down. Burb gets another kill onto Itchy. It's now a 2 versus 4, and that aggression from the side of YoD is coming out. Antiperg gets a kill onto Equilibrium with that grenade from Vertical. So there is still a very strong presence from Vertical, Frogger. But
yeah,
I mean,
honestly, once you take the Vertical, you know, you need to start doing it. Obviously, there's no point taking that 12 where you're not going to take the Vertical. You know, there's, you know, like, why buy mirror if you're not going to look at yourself? You know, like, there's no point. But that's another nice nade there coming from Antifa. Both nades and net kills there for him. Obviously, Burb going down, been so hot this game. El Cabo's going to fire for the ceiling. 40 seconds left in the rain. You do not want to take that gunfire, my friend. Just get back into sight and just hightail. Play it safe. You know, no real entry point here, actually. In fact, for the side of Guardians, after they have to remake some work. They're going to come through. Capo was going down. Going to tag out heavy Antifa, but that's going to be around there for YoD. No way. Yeah, you're going to take that one there. 3-2 here in favor of YoD. Good comeback for them, to be honest with you. Again, we do see that top floor aggression I like to see from YoD. They're just not letting them take it. They put up a defense. You know, we see the first round. the trophy side, they take and
Yep.
they push down to bottom floor. Obviously, the last time we did see Kitchen defense was obviously the first round, which is why I'm reliving it. But we just see them just give it up. They just take it, and what happens? They have so much vertical that they can't even contest these angles. They get free picks for Guardians. Whereas this time we see them put up a hold. They put up the defense. They stop and they really halt Guardians. And what happens? They get punished. They can't make that vertical control. We see Burb sitting making rat plays because they don't have the drone work. They don't have for example, when you lose an Ace, Ace more than likely was the designated drone for the round. You lose them early, you lose them 2 rounds in a row. The intel game's gonna be lacking. You have to think of all these little mini
Yeah.
things that are going to come up and come askew here for the attackers, and that's one of them. Losing your player that early, Ace, pretty the main team's designated drone, as a hard support, it's not good. Because we see was it Itchy entering there on laundry with little to no info. Obviously, there is a chance that Burb played the drone very well and obviously ratted around it and got into that corner. But you have to look at that in the rise. Like, is there other issues on the side of the Guardians? Like, they should have really droned that. They should have known that Burb was there, because that's the freest pick of his life.
Yeah, it's these little nuances that I love in Siege and I love in casting. I mean, I think I remember saying when we were casting that round, you need to drone that. You need to drone that corner. I know you don't expect him to be there, but in these sort of games, you need to expect the unexpected. It's a nice little saying I like to say. But I mean, we're going back to the more default site here. Aviator and Bar. Aviator games. I mean, we're going for that more default, and I'd like to see YoD here be aggressive. Keep up that aggressive play from Hero, from Burb. Sort of what we've seen on this sort of site of Worldfragger is they don't contest that horizontal play. They do not contest Master Bedroom, do they? So I'd like to see that from the side of YoD.
Well, I mean, I feel like with YoD, right? They have their siege and stuff, and they don't want to contest this. Evidently, I mean, we've seen it 3 rounds now. They haven't put up any contention towards this trophy side, or statue side. But maybe that works. Then obviously, Hero here been playing below for the C4 the last 2 rounds. I feel like YoD are sticking to their guns with the same strategy, just letting them take it. But this top red shield not really being that successful for them either. No ADSs, I think, placed there either. So very interesting the fact that they can sail over and just ruin the whole entire day here for Fawn. But does have support from Burb. We know how good Burb is on this SSG11. Looking to push up here for a pick, and he's almost going to find Kazawi again. Ace almost goes down to a 3rd time in a row there, Pyro.
Be careful, Ace, man. Let your teammate, let your fraggers push for you. Ace, you should be on drones. Can I, if you're watching later on, K4, be on drones, my guy. Be on drones.
Yeah.
That is the role of a support player, isn't it?
I mean, I feel like this time as well that we are seeing Guardians. They are stalling quite a bit here towards this statue side. Obviously, they have the control they want, but they're not looking to push towards this 90 yet. They're just kind of stalling. They're kind of unaware of the situation going on. A lot of players, in fact. We did just see 3 players from Guardians there on drones at the same time. El Capo gonna vacate their red shield, gonna go down below. As he has done every single round, so they tend to play this exact same time. And obviously, Guardian can work this out and work out what the trends are. But as we see, Burb swinging again down to Antifa. Punishing these players, obviously thinking not being brought this round as well. So this HP deficit will be felt now by Guardians.
Are they going to try and rotate here? I think what they either need to do is they've got this control, but they need to rotate someone to study, which they're doing. That's Nyan down. That is a loss, and Smoke's going to finish it off there. Burb getting a kill onto Nyan. That aggressive players we were talking about, absolutely suiting YoD here. They have 9 to control, but there is so many players. You see the Mute, you see the Thorn playing below. Gem is taking a little bit of damage, and that's nearly all of the players on the side of Guardian here. Low on health. K4 gets a kill onto Burb. So that is an ace kill for the first time in 4 rounds, and a beautiful kill onto that Smoke. That's any sort of late plant denial already gone. Now your entire plant denial relies on that Echo. It's all up to the Echo, all up to the player playing on that main stairs. We do have the Yana on this balcony here. And we have the 3 players playing around 90, playing around top reds. They're going to have to push in towards school door here. Go in for the plant. Thorn is already down. We see that Echo coming out. A beautiful kill from Sledge onto Hero. It's all up to this Echo. They don't know where the Echo is. This is going to be it. No! The Echo is stopped. Plant's going down. It's a 3 versus 2 man. I make that 3 versus 1. Plant is already going down. Now Plant is down. It's all up to Kloppo. What has gone on there? That was half a second away, Fragger. I thought that Echo.
I feel like Echo. Echo just did a second too early there, almost on that play there with the Yoko drone. Very unfortunate the fact that Guardians actually had time there to restick that. Obviously, they had time to just wait out and use it. Obviously, I can see why they did it. Obviously, they're probably a bit cautious. but the Echo Drone maybe get spotted out and just shot. But still, maybe a bit of a misplay coming through there for Black. Then he had time, to be honest with you, to stop and wait that out. Maybe shouldn't have used the first one so early either. But nevertheless, we do see a 3-3 in the half. Not ideal for YoD, but you take it or leave it, I guess. But that round, I feel like, honestly, we just saw Guardians, again, take what they wanted to take. And once you take what you want to take from Villa, obviously, the Echo Drone didn't almost play spoiler, but, they took their vault, they took their skull door, they tried to take a study. They had their pinch points, they knew what they wanted to do, and just at that point, it's just an entry play. You play for your entry, you either win or you don't from that point onwards.
I think it's just a direct counter to what YoD have done. YoD are almost that sort of team that allows them to get a lot of map control quick. They don't have much presence, and they are sort of presence in the other areas of site. They sort of focus their area of more of a soft roam, either on bottom floor or near towards 90 side. So I think Guardians were definitely countering what YoD were doing, but now we got YoD on attack. And will their sort of more passive, will their more sort of aggressive style come into play in this attack, Fragger?
Well, I mean, I feel like most teams are trying to replicate what they show on defense in their attack, just to not be too much of a hassle for the player. But one thing I want to highlight here is actually the defense of Guardians Alpha is quite, it's very, very different to what we see from YoD. You see Chanko coming on board. Chanko, I love Chanko myself. Obviously, all the Molotovs, they are very strong, to play off. And, the Bandit come through. Also, the Pulse is very interesting as well. Obviously, no IQ on the board of YoD, and if they don't know about this Pulse, it could be, it could be a thorn in their side. Legion almost, I want to say this as well, the only familiarity actually, in fact, here from this AVX defense is the Jaeger, and obviously that's to be expected with Mai off the board. So, however, we did see YoD ban Mai. So, I'm expecting major nade play here. If not, then their ban's gone to waste.
I mean, they've got 6 grenades, so I hope so. But they're going to push into main here. That is a Iana drone, unfortunately. So, Jaeger has given away his position here onto main and will have to fall back. Do they have barbed wire? Did the Jaeger have barbed wire? No, they do have barbed wire on the Bandit, which means they do not have a second nitro on that Bandit, Fragger.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously, the bulletproof is obviously wanted for many teams here. I mean, they are looking just to power up mainstays here of, immense pressure coming on to Kazawi. Gonna be full blinded here. No push coming through this, almost 2 wasted stuns there with no utility, but they will find the player there inside of Art Gallery, and that's very unfortunate. Pulse got down early. Yeah, that's not what you want. Janum is probably looking for a bit of a rat play there, but isn't going to go really to plan. Vertical's being held here from Guardians Alpha. One Molly going to fail as well. And they're going to come up here through the floor. Going to not net anything there onto default, but still, Vertical is created there for pressure for the attack. But, this main stairs is going to be a key pivotal point in this round. If they can take these main stairs without losing too many bodies from Kazawi, and they can take the study control, we're looking at a very dangerous point in this round for Guardians Alpha. I mean, the players going to come up here, and they're going to come through. Going to miss the mark there. Kazawi now being pressured from 2 sides. Study balcony and main stairs needs to worry about. They're looking to power main stairs, I believe. Diana stepping up. Going to get found there. No pick coming through there for Kazawi, and Equilibrium takes this. Going to power up main stairs here. YoD looking like they're in the backseat here. Sorry, the Guardians are in the backseat here. 3v5. YoD having control of these main stairs as well. Putting Guardians on the back foot here.
I mean, it's already in a dire situation here for Guardians. They've got the Bandits already off the wall. They've got Legion still alive, so we still have a lot of the Legion charges and the Chanka for late game here. They're trying to deny any sort of crouch hole rotate here towards the side of Study. It is going to be a full Study taken. As you said, the main and 90 is already taking control here. He's going to peek onto there. Nion's going to get a kill onto Hero, and that's the first pick on the side of Guardians here. With that Chanka gun, with that DP27. Chanka's just going to be firing off as many sort of Sheikah launches as he can. Legion gets a kill onto Equilibrium. It's already a 3 versus 3. Made that a 3 versus 2. 2 versus 2 now. Itchy dies. They're already into sight here. They're behind bar. They're going to get the plant down here, or trying to get the plant down. The plant's going down from the side of Ace, but the Chanka's getting out. He denies that plant. And Takuri gets a kill onto Black. It's all up to Burb here. And Burb dies from that Chanka. That beautiful headshot there from the side of Nyan. And that is a round on the side for YoD.
I mean, no, not Guardians Alpha, sorry.
No.
But, I mean, honestly, that is
Guardians.
immensely poor there from YoD, looking at that. I mean, you have all the control you want. You have the top main, you have, 90, you have the study. Like, what are you doing? YoD, work out and execute. Plan something. Because at that point, what's in there is they've just let them take their ones. They've just given them isolated gunfights. We see immediately go down from a 5v5 to a 3v3 in the space of almost 30 seconds. Like, you cannot allow that, You need to pick your point and execute on it. YoD didn't do that. What was it? They're behind the bar in a 2v2. It was a 3v2, in fact. Then obviously got a kill on the entry to bar there. So, the fact that they've just allowed, Antipa, Nyon, and I believe it's Itchy just to sit back there and take their comfortable gunfights
I think
is actually ridiculous.
you can take ones as long as you have someone to trade up. As long as you have someone to trade off your kill, you can take ones. It's not as ideal as pushing for two sides, but the fact that they had that control, I think they got top main control with 1 minute 15 left into the round. And they had 90 at that point. What they need to do was slow down their push, drone out the players, knowing that it was a 5 versus 3, and execute. I think it was more rushed than anything there. I think they got a bit nervous about the power of Guardians Alpha, especially with that Shanko on the board. And they panicked. I think they just panicked there.
Panicked is the word for it, but I feel like, yeah, the Shank obviously did apply somewhat pressure on TXQ that you want. Obviously, Shanka does deny a lot of common executes. That's why you see him in play obviously inside that vault. Obviously, they didn't even open vault, so Shanka had all the play in the world just to sit there and do what he really wanted to do with that Shoemaker launcher. But I don't think it was even Shanka that really actually was the main punishing factor in there. I just feel like they just didn't plan their execute well enough. I feel like it just simply came down to what they let Guardians take, and they let Guardians take the favorable gunfights, and they lost them.
Yeah, I can agree with that fully. I mean, yeah, it's almost that sort of pressure, that sort of thing to get, oh, we need this round, we need to go ahead up, win our first attacking round, set that sort of pace. Hopefully, they can try and get it back here, bring this back to a 4v4, and bring back their confidence. There is a castle, which is a very interesting strat here. I mean, it sort of wastes a lot of time for the side of YoD and gives Guardians that, at most, I think castle is used for more of that sound cue. More than anything further. I think that sound cue, a bit breaking, tells you where they're pushing from, and you can adapt your play towards that side.
I mean, the thing is with Castle as well, though, is Castle, if we don't have a means to actually destroy the Castle barricade, which we are seeing here, I mean, Neon finding the first pick down to Clever and brutally interrupting me on the point, but they're going to come through, almost going to turn out Kazawa is up from below. We're going to see Itchy pick up another one there, El Capo. Guardians out for firm control of this round, but as I was going to say with the Castle barricades, I feel like the Castle barricades, if you have no means of destroying them, then, there's no means of getting them off there. You have to sit there and hit it for, sit there for almost 10 seconds, 20 seconds. So that's a lot of time burnt there, and again, they're not wallbangable. So, it's a bulletproof shield. It's a bulletproof shield at that time.
They do see the ping, but he's not going for the ping. Oh, a bit of miscommunication there from the side of YoD. They need to get a frag. I mean, 1 minute 20 seconds left. They are in a 5 versus 3, but I would call that a 4 versus 3, as Castle is very low. But we saw earlier in the game that even players on low health can do a lot of damage to a team if you're not careful. If you get caught from the back, from your back, you can die very easily here. I mean, they've got no sort of breach control here. They've got the ace to get rid of the castles, and the Yana with the Gon 6. I'm assuming Yana has a Gon 6 and haven't used it yet. Ooh, that's hero down. A beautiful kill from Itchy on the other side of the map there. Make that a 5 versus 2 now. Burby's already down. A Thorn Gadget kill from Nyan onto Burb. It's now in a 5 versus 1. Make that a flawless round for the defenders as Jemis gets the final kill onto that ace. And, I mean, Guardians have put themselves up 5-3 now.
Well, I mean, I feel like that round there has highlighted some of YoD's key issues. We see from the first round, YoD, I feel like are lost. I don't know if they know what the siege they want to play. I don't know if they know what they want to do for these attacks. Like, we see Buck taking early there into the study side. He got all the control, and then what's the next step? We see like they're going for nade play. We see no one's was master balcony. No one's doing this. No one's doing that. They're all just kind of doing their own little thing. And I don't know if YoD had any direction there, but that first pick from Guardians was just a massive the start of the spiral for YoD. I mean,
Demobilizer.
It just went down and down and down from that point onwards. Obviously, Buck not really having any vertical presence. I don't know why they brought Buck, because considering he entered towards 30 side. So he did, make a couple of rotates down to 19, did take it early. But I mean, again, I would have loved to see Buck go down below and really did that pressure that Buck can do. Obviously, they didn't even, and again, if you would, I would presume as well they maybe would have saw across the barricades. It's interesting to see that they didn't, adapt to bring maybe like a sledge or any breach charges to deal with them, because once that castle barricade's on that door, for example, statue, it just completely knocks off a push opportunity. You cannot push that when that's there, because you're not going to sit there and knife that. I mean, you can do obviously, but it's not ideal.
I mean, and obviously with Castle, I think I've already said this, but there is a gap beneath. If you're proning, especially in a 5 versus 3, a 5 versus 2, you can spend the time to sort of catch the feet of the attacker's side if you're sitting there punching. They will bring a sledge this time, as they do know their bottom floor, so vertical play is going to be a key point here for YoD. They want to get top floor control very easily, utilize the sledge, and utilize the Nomad as they can cut off any sort of rotates, put it on towards top red, put it on towards 90 side. They need to get control of study, push in. I'm actually surprised they're pushing for the study instead of master bedroom here.
Well, I feel like with
And
study you have a lot of opportunities to get
safe.
in the map. For Villa, the one of the major issues of Villa actually I seem to find is actually just getting in the map. Like a lot of teams, they just tend to stall on balconies, and you know, the longer you spend outside, the longer less power you have actually. But we will see actually, in fact, Sledge, they're going to be coming in from living room here, I believe, with Iona during up there. They're going to take bottom red stairs here as well. Edge up going in places, so we managed to see a living room execute here from the side of You'll see Finker as well in place on those, you know, red stairs. Pulse should surely be aware of this though on this scanner. But yeah, laundry door also being opened here by Burb, so you know, very diversity coming through. But El Copo gonna nade himself there. What is going on there?
No. It's
Unfortunate
Finker's on as well.
though. His teammate obviously shows up his friend. Kazawa gonna get hero, and he could have been trading back as well. So back and forth, Kazawa, you know, gonna get a pick for his life, but is gonna be immediately traded back there by Equilibrium. Blackman also gonna find one Trantipa. Awful apply for Guardians. Another player goes down there. Itchy going down, I believe, from Hero, from Burb there inside of the laundry. Just all down here to Frost. Gemis, who's upstairs. Almost blindsided from this attack from YoD. Very, you know, very split taking from YoD, but it has worked out for them. 3v1, but they just need to isolate and find this Frost. Obviously, they should have the intel that Itchy is in fact down, but not out. So, 2 players here. Gemis really needs to capitalize and get a free pick on one player that walks through this door if they in fact do. Sledge going to be taking up to clock here, looking to push through China, I can only presume. China pre-fire. They don't know where Gemis is. They have no intel considering the amount of pre-fire coming through here. They want to breach this China side wall. They should surely in the Itchy's down. As soon as they see Itchy's down here, they should just look to take the side here. No vertical made for Frost. Gonna miss the shots there onto Ace. Unfortunately, if he dropped the diffuser, that could have run over. It's not disaster for you. Gonna vault here. Down onto Ivy side. Pushing towards clock. Looking to take it for China. They're gonna just slow him down a little bit. Just go and trace his place there. And Equilibrium gonna find a third for that round. Equilibrium training through their defense.
Yeah, I mean, that was just a beautiful execute from the side of YoD there. I mean, almost sort of, I would like to say faking out. I mean, I was thinking they were going to go for a top floor push from study side, but they rotated back down to library and down to living room, going through dirt and just catching the top players off the surprise, getting the very easy long kills as we're opening the walls onto Memoriam, and just picking off 3 kills on the side of Guardians there. A beautiful attack there from YoD, and it's what I want to see more of. I just want to see a lot more of those sort of attacks on the side of YoD.
I mean, one thing I will say though, right, okay, is with that round starting off there, it actually did, in fact, you know, go pretty south actually at the start for YoD. Obviously, you know, you don't really want to see a player going down to their own nade. That's the last thing you want to see. You know, especially top red. I have no idea how that nade has actually in fact killed him. Maybe it's been a misclick or maybe some lag from El Copo. You have to presume things here. I don't think he would nade himself by choice, obviously. But you know, it's very unfortunate to nade yourself. But from YoD there, I feel like, again, a lot of that attack from YoD actually, in fact, was actually assisted by Guardians just not knowing what was happening from YoD, not knowing what, in fact, YoD wanted to actually do. You know, YoD, they did split up their attack quite a few times there, you know, with their diversification of their takes. Obviously, they did want to go top and then change it to, you know, living. And, you know, we kept Guardians guessing. I thought that was a major factor in the fact that they, you know, were able to take that round. You know, early spot coming through here onto Kazawi. They're going to be red pinging him. Obviously, I feel like you should probably yellow ping there because Kazawi surely is, you know, now where he's on drone. He's not going to stick around there for long. Pressure to come through there into Art, Sledge in the window early. Gonna almost find that drone. But yeah, I mean, again, last round, almost in the books there for the Guardians. Very unfortunate. During this point out there, Kazawi looking like he's going to be pressured again. Quite early. I mean, again, last time they did just try and take these main stairs pretty quickly. And, you know, pressure seems to be very similar as last time. 2 minutes 25 and already 2 drones going down towards here.
I mean, they have got barbed wire very low on main stairs, but they've got no sort of ADSs, and I know Kazawi likes to play a lot more off the shield here, and as a result of that, Burb gets a beautiful kill on Kazawi, and that is already the Jaeger gone, and main stairs presence already lost. The side of Guardians here need to rotate and protect that main side hold here. They are trying to do some vertical play here, the Chunkers, Sherman, Lurchers, trying to do any sort of damage here. Sledge is taking a little bit of damage. just from the fire of Nyan here. And I'm looking, I think there's still got, still 3 more grenades. So I want to see some pre-placed grenades coming out. Try and get rid of some of these power positions that you know they are on. They have got main floor control though, Fragger.
I mean, again, they've done what they wanted to do. Obviously, they both rounds have now gone for this main stairs control. And they just go for the study take. Obviously, Breach going to come through here. Bandit trying to trick this. This is actually going to be late there to the party. One going to go off there. Impact trick going to fail as well there from Antifa. Very unfortunate there for Guardians. They will just lose the wall there. Obviously, not that influential as some teams actually choose to open that. But Antifa will just escape a nade there from below. Looking to really pressure them and pinch them out here. YoD trying not to make the same mistake they did last time. Balance on a very long angle here through onto Volt. Just misses the player slightly. Very lucky to get away with that one there. Antifa, I believe. Here on the edge of life there. Hero though, we'll find Neon. Antifa trades one back down to Lenny. Diffuser that's surrendered on the breach. Very unfortunate for YoD. They have to reclaim that one. 4v3 though. So man count still in favor. But Gemis, as I say, that takes Burb's head off clean from Skull Door. Hero gonna trade one back down to the Vault. 2v3. Guardians looking pretty isolated here inside the site. However, Hero does pick up a triple on the round, and it's looking like it's going to go the way of YoD, which it does. He could have been finding the last there from that book rotate.
I mean, it was a very clean late game execute. I was a bit worried when they did lose the diffuser on that breach, but they managed to compose themselves and just managed to get the 3 kills there. And I mean, I think it was it Hero who got the triple kill? It was Hero with the triple kill, wasn't it? I think just changed that round completely. I mean, compose himself and bringing it back from the jaws of death there. And that levels it up 5-5. So, I mean, we've only got 2 more rounds left in this game. And, I mean, it could go any way. To get 3 points here, either team needs to get 2 rounds in a row. But if we see more the same of what we had this entire round, where it goes 1 round won, 1 round lost, they just trade and trade and trade. We might see a draw here coming out from this from these 2 teams here, Fragger.
I mean, the way it's going, obviously 3-3 is a major indicator in the first half that you could be expecting a draw to come through. Obviously, neither team really showing they're better on either side as of yet. Obviously, there is still the potential for one team to run away with it and take the next 2 rounds, but we have yet a team to break the deadlock. Obviously, we did see Guardians, in fact, take the first 2 rounds of the game, but, you know, YoD did come back quickly to take the next 3, and, you know, both teams had the potential to take this, but this is, you know, very much more back and forth siege we're seeing on Guardians defense rather than when the open defending. But, you know, like you said, any team has the power to take this. Obviously, 2 rounds left for a team to really take this. Obviously, you will see a team after this round undoubtedly go into match point and have the potential to take all 3 points. Obviously, Guardians not on the standings yet. You know, haven't even played the game yet. Huge 3 points if they pick this up at their first. And obviously, you know, YoD down in 7th. They want to get off the mark and get into Talent League lineup. Yeah.
Start off their season well. I mean, it will be their 2nd game in the minor league, so I'm hoping they're more sort of seniority. I call it seniority of 1 game will help them here. But it's all up to this round, isn't it, Fragger? I mean, whoever wins this round holds the key for the match. I mean, you have the mental advantage and you have the actual advantage of you've at least secured at least 1 point here. Luckily, they have brought a sledge out for this castle, so they don't have to spend a lot of time on these castles here, Fragger.
See, that was a major oversight we saw last time. In fact, they did bring the buck, and they really struggled in these castles. But this time, Sledge is in play, and well, look what's happened. You know, 2 castles down now, full landing control, no oppression here, no attempt to contest this from Guardians Alpha. They're just gonna sit here and look to peek these long angles through contested master, almost like the old TSM setup. In fact, coming through here with this castle and these master bedroom interior windows, but. These long angles opened up here, they work both ways. Obviously, UMP, not the most ideal gun to contest here, and we will see again, Guardians Alpha, sorry, YoD take this downstairs stance and just nade from below. Obviously, Maya being banned, we have seen nades, being played almost every single round. Obviously, they are currently in meta as well, so it is to be expected. Itchy, taking a bit of damage there from a nade as I speak from below. These nades, actually, to be fair, haven't actually netted very much for YoD. Obviously, Guardians having a lot more luck with their nades, obviously, Antifa in particular, that 1 round where he did take 2. But Equilibrium looking to just push up these actual sets. Spawn going to deter him for the while and actually pick up Thorn there through the hatch. Equilibrium doing his bit here on the attack. YoD, advantage YoD here. Lennon there on the window as well to just cover cover Equilibrium's walk up. Barbed wire body, come on, hit it. Gets in there. And T looking to challenge as well from Bathroom. Is she going to be fine there for Burb? In the meanwhile, pressure being felt because they will trip back down to Burb. 3v4. Zoe looks locked off here. Gemis takes Hero down as well. Antipa needs to play his life into the bathroom as Blitz will explode, and that's a beautiful shot there into El Capo there on those Astro stairs.
Attackers have recovered their
I mean, they managed to absolutely flip it here, Guardians, have they? I mean, it was a 5 versus 3, and now it's a 3 versus 2. Made that a 2 versus 2. Lightning gets a kill onto Antipa. Equilibrium gets a kill onto K4. It's now a 1 versus 1. Mate that Genis on the kill onto Black. It's the sledge of Equilibrium versus Gemis on that Jaeger. Plant's going down. 3 seconds left. 2 seconds. 1 second. The plant just come down, and Equilibrium actually gets the kill onto Jaeger. I thought Jaeger had it there. The plant was down. I think the pre-fire came out a bit too early there, gave his position away, and Sledge was just able to get off that diffuser, get his crosshair back up towards that Jaeger, and finish him off there. And I mean, YoD Esports have the key in their ball. Have the I don't know the saying. Have the ball in their park. I should say that.
Ball in their
Ball
court.
in their court. I mean, I messed it
There you
up
go,
twice
Byron,
there.
there you go.
I've got it eventually.
But yeah,
I
as you
mean-
said, full advantage here to YoD. Obviously, potential to take these 3 points. You know, if Guardians don't take the next round, we're looking at a full lockout here from YoD. 3 points their favor. Obviously, a very close game up to this point. YoD now obviously pulling ahead just slightly. But let's see what Guardians can do with this final defense they have. They will be going to this trophy, to this trophy site again. They're going to retry this. You know, obviously last time it did go pretty back and forth, but YoD did have a very, you know, considerable punch on that entry. I believe they took a 5v3 very early with Equilibrium and Burb, both finding early picks. Equilibrium and Burb actually being the players to really keep YoD actually in this game. I mean, we saw Burb early on with that smoke play, and you know, now Equilibrium really showing up on this Sledge in these last few rounds. You know, Guardians a bit more even across the board with Neon stepping up, but still.
I think if I had to say anything, Burb would definitely be my player of the game. He had a very slow start, but he managed to pull it off and get some very key rounds for the side of YoD. And I think they're counting on him to pop off one last time. If I had to say anything to YoD about last round, I mean, they had a very good start, but it slipped very quickly. I mean, Guardians got 3 kills in a row, making it a 3 versus 2 for the side of Guardians. YoD did manage to get it back, but I'm looking for more of a concise round here for YoD. They have got the advantage here. All they have to do is close out this last round. And I'm assuming Guardians Alpha would go for the same castle strat with the shields. You know?
Yeah, well, I mean, it's been a theme for this game. We haven't really seen many strat adaptations here. Both teams kind of sticking to their guns and playing with their original strats they've had. I mean, you know, Fawn playing a major part in this game, but I think being played almost, you know, I believe now 8 of these 12 rounds, Fawn's been on the board. So, you know, major presence in this game for an operator that has seen solo presence overall in terms of, you know, higher up in terms of Tier 1 and Tier 2 Siege, but nevertheless, it is always exciting to see the players, you know, Fawn.
Yeah, I mean, this Itchy could get a massive kill here. If the Sledge opens that door, I think he does realize he is here. I mean, Equilibrium, no, he doesn't. He's trying to grenade that, the castle opening just doesn't work. He has to go for the Sledge, and Burb takes a lot of damage from that. Could he get a kill here? He peeks out. Just misses there. No, he actually gets the kill onto Equilibrium. That's a man down, but he trades back off. Burb gets the kill onto Itchy. It's now a 4 versus 4. Itchy with the Maestro there taken off the board. So that is any sort of denial gone. K4 dies to Klopp there. The ball is already in YoD's favour here. It's a 4 versus 3. It's Gemis, Antipa, and Naira versus the rest of YoD Esports. All up against the wall here. Guardians need to come out with a frag soon enough. I mean, 1 minute 18, and they've got full control here on the side of YoD. They've got top res already. Fragger.
I mean, one thing we'll say from the Nacons are actually, that might just be a disaster there. You know, YoD, whilst they do have this landing control here, Antipa, you know, Gemis and Nion, they all have power positions within the site. Obviously, we need to see YoD really isolate one player and take this pill, because if it goes to a 4v2, I cannot see Guardians being able to pull this one back, as the breach does come through onto, I believe, Astro Wall there, trying to make life uncomfortable for Nion there, who's just sitting there on Astro. Almost found there, actually, by Burb. Didn't pull the trigger on Antipa. Almost got caught napping there from that Astro rotate. Fawn going to be triggered. They're going to let someone know that they are, in fact, pushing in from those Astro stairs. Finkersur's going to come in. I believe we're going to see the entry here from YoD. Going to come through, and as I said, no one finds a huge freedom to Hero. Ayana going to be going down there. 3v3. Antipa's challenge off him. Neon finding a second here. Kloppo and Lennon all on their shoulders. Lennon going to take a lot of tag there from Antipa. Swinging it out, and Antipa going to take the one with a pistol. 3v1 here. El Capo really to do here from our side in this Trophy Door going to step in here, looking to play the bomb. Trying to find. I don't think Guardians are going to give him the opportunity. Looks like we're going to see this game end in a draw here. Swinging wildly around, and well, that's Antifa to finish off. And well, we do see a draw come through. Very well held there, as I said there from Guardians. Obviously, I said they were in the free power position. So what happens? We just see YoD not really capitalizing a single and isolated player. And what happens? We see them get punished. 6-6. Obviously, YoD, but still.
I mean, beautiful. I mean, I thought YoD were going to have it, but I think they took too much time. I mean, they had, I think it was 20 seconds, and that player was still on that rappel. So, I mean, maybe you could say they need to rotate their entire push around to that side again, or rotate towards 90. That player playing on that rappel, as he didn't really get any kills there. But I mean, it's unfortunate on the side of the odds. I thought they could have it there, but it all just come apart. It was a very close round. I mean, it was three versus two at the end. But I mean, that's the way the cookie crumbles. And I mean, a 6-6. They both get 1 point each, so they both are on the leaderboard now, ahead of certain teams. I mean, it's a lot better for the side of Guardians Alpha as it is their first game, but it's still a massive come up for YoD Esports there.
I mean,
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
YoD are sitting above Guardians Alpha just slightly, but they are on the exact same points, and YoD do have a game in hand. YoD are fifth, and Guardian Alpha are sixth place. Bagger.
I mean, honestly though, I mean, looking at that YoD, I mean, 1 point after 2 games isn't exactly ideal. I mean, look, we have, Alpha a game in hand, Aura a game in hand, Atten played 1 point, same situation as YoD. We could see them, looking towards this 8th and 9th spot as the end of the week comes in. I mean, Invictum one played, you know, no points, and Vizzy one played with no points. So we have a lot of teams here with the potential, in their second game to come up and above YoD here. You know,
Yeah.
this being, pretty early in the week here for YoD to take only 1 point from this game is a bit disappointing for them, especially it being their second game. Obviously, Guardian had a bit more wiggle room there in that game to maybe not take the points fully. But with a lot of games, a lot of teams with games in hand below YoD, it's looking slightly worrying for them here.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look at the teams such as Recognized Talent and Lawless on those 4 points with 2 games played, it could go any way. It all depends on Guardians' game, and I think they are looking very promising. I mean, they had good upsides. A couple of things they can work on that game, especially if they do vault review. There's a couple of stuff that you could work on, but it's looking very promising, and I think there's a lot to take away from this game. Guardians. I mean, it's a good start. You still got one more game. Anything can happen at this point.
I mean, yeah, I mean, tomorrow obviously we have Nerf Minor versus Goldinius to the Minor. And then also we have, Machine Sword Assault Track. Going to be very exciting games coming down. I mean, I believe Pyro actually casting again tomorrow, aren't you?
Yep. And
With
yep, I'm
1B.
with Wumby. So I mean, it's the return. I think I cast him with first week, so it's going to be very fun. And Wumby's such a great caster, and I mean, so are you, Fragger. I mean, it's beautiful to cast with you, mate, and I look
Appreciate
forward
that.
to doing it again a lot more in the future.
All
But
right,
I mean,
anyway.
Nurkmine are Goldings though.
Yeah.
Those are the two teams in third and fourth place, so that would be a very good game and a very close game actually. So make sure to vote on Twitter. And I mean, I don't think I have anything else, Fragger, unless you
No,
do.
it was very fun though. Appreciate casting with you, Pyro.
Good to cast for you, mate. So that is the end of today's stream. Unfortunately, we do not have a second game, but make sure, as we said, I think Fragger said just before, join us tomorrow, 16:45 CST for one major and one minor match. Obviously, there'll be a longer stream tomorrow. So that has been me, Pyro, and you, Fragger. Thank you for joining me, and goodbye.